spotty shower since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Commanders. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
And from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
Play action. Now Richardson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man complete. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. A huge play there right off the bat. 51 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Richardson on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, it's Richardson. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. Going for it on 4th, Richardson. Steps away to his left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback, because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that...
Richardson under pressure, and down he goes. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Richardson off the play fake. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Commanders use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Rodrigo Blankenship now for the PAT.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And this is caught out in the left flat. And he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
Richardson to throw off play action.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it is caught at the 10-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. 44 yards. 6-0 our score after 1. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10.
They go play action with Richardson.
Flushed out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
This caught left side by the tight end Parham.
A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They throw for it on 4th and goal at the 1. And this Cowboy defense comes up with a goal line stand. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Lewis. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Let's take it inside his own 40. Call that a 48-yard punt and made even better by a loss on the return. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the...
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Now Lewis. He completes it to Hunter. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
To throw on 3rd down, Lewis. Open man here is Conklin.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Lewis now throwing on 1st down. Caught. It's Wilson. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted.
And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think, okay, he's a guy in all the commercials now. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Taken from about the 12.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early in the elements. You're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
The 6 DBs on the field for Washington on third down.
Back to throw. Lewis firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Lewis toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
They'll look to throw again. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
They're going to try and throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
He's got the first down and more than that. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
We don't see it miss too often. The ball could have slipped a little bit coming off his hand, and that's all it would take to send it high and out of bounds without a play.
Back to throw again. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run this one in. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. To throw is Lewis. To throw on second down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to 4.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. But tapping those toes, he tried to get both in bounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
I'll take your word for it, my man. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Very short kick taken right at the 20. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it would be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense.
It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Operating from the gun, Lewis.
Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Kayvon Thibodeau, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken at the 23. A great return there of 22 yards.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Off play action, Richardson.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. His third touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. This is taken way up at the 25. And he'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up past the 40-yard line.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
Now Lewis throwing to start the drive. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Dobbins running out of the gun.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the past. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. The 30. 10.
And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
What a play. The big man comes up with the interception. Puts together, Charles, a nice little return, too.
Yeah, he's not going to make anybody forget Darrell Green or Rod Woodson, but look at him lug that thing. He decided it was his. A lot of people might have thought about lateraling it there. No shot. Trying to take it the distance.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Cowboys are going to have it here just past the 25. So certainly a big mistake there, Charles. 1st and goal, and they throw the interception.
Oh, that's just agonizing for a team because you still got at least 2, maybe 3 downs in your pocket. So if it's not there on 1st down, there is no sense in trying to force something. Instead, they turn the ball over.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
I thought you dropped on, but
11
I
yards
said,
and a Cowboy first down.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Quick hitter here. It's complete. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And my goodness, another interception. And some room to run now.
And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
On the move to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
3rd and long for Richardson. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders.
A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Commanders are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Very short kick taken right at the 20.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand.
There he goes, left side. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Garrett Wilson, 68 yards. And the Cowboys are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles.
Do you have to pee or something? What? You gotta use the bathroom? Why are you not
To this rookie, because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for a well-executed series helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
Stop crying, man. Stop crying. Go use the bathroom. Go. Check his
This 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And here comes a return.
You better sit right there and you better shut up. What do you do?
Damn. Lane opens here. He's past the
30. Pee on the fucking floor.
20. And they are not going to catch him. He's in.
Touchdown, Washington.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. He's got it at the 10.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit.
JJ, be quiet.
All in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
Do you want to stand in the corner?
So let's try
Then be
this
quiet.
again after the
Shut it up.
TD. Here's yet another kickoff.
From the 10.
Look at this.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Here's Lewis looking to throw on 2nd down. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. What did you see on that one? Rookie mistake or just good defense?
It was a combo plate, but the rookie quarterback, he'll take it all on his shoulders, and the frustration level is evident. You can see it with him. You know, if that's a veteran quarterback, he won't.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Here we go. Richardson. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Donald Parham,
a 5-yard touchdown.
And the Commanders are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead is now 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the fourth quarter.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Lewis. He's going to go up top again. And now here's another interception.
Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 41.
That's one of those interceptions watching from up here. The quarterback wide receiver just looked a little out of sync.
They did look a little out of sync, and yeah, they're going to examine that when they get to the sidelines, and they'll talk about it throughout next week when they watch the tape. But the guy who's going to be there for him, really in his ear, is his center, because that's a special relationship for a rookie quarterback. Your center handles your line calls. He gets everyone in the proper position to block. He'll be the first guy back to pick you up after you've been knocked down, and that's the guy you watch the extra film with and try and learn the league.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook, no matter who's on the field.
2nd down, here's Richardson.
Hey,
Into the hands of
be quiet, man.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Get up there, and you better not be still making all that noise when I get back.
1st and 10, it's Richardson. Over the middle, complete. That's White. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Play action. Now Richardson.
Buying time to his left.
You okay?
As he throws there, incomplete.
You sure?
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles. But
What's wrong?
that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing
You
the
don't know.
envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. And maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
You ain't got to yell.
Now the third down throw complete as well.
Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
So after the big play on fourth, here's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Blankenship out for the point after.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now, as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he returns this to the 22.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Finding space at the 40.
And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40, before being taken down. It's a gain of 35.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously
let me tell you,
the interceptions, things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on
back
out
up
there?
300,000 yards. You would not want to that place.
He's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Lewis. And he's got his man on the out route.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Lewis to throw on 2nd down. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. The Cowboys offense, it'll stay out there as they'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And my goodness, another interception.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And
that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down at
Talking
about the
in my
33.
game.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. That one looks like he'll throw here.
You get your head whooped. You ready to advance. He
It's
tried
a
to see
short
in the
one
air.
here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Cowboys come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League. But
No need, bro. His internet is, so you already win. Damn.
We're looking for pick up ball. Pick up. Hey, watch this. This should be recorded, but watch it. Hey, Ron, you a bitch. I told you that you a bitch. My nigga, you are an ass. What you talking? My nigga, you average a triple C. Fuck on my face, nigga. Grown ass man, ain't that right, Steph? Man, put your hands. Man, that nigga Shaq a monster, bro.
G is Google for. That's it. Jalen L. Most athletic. Jalen L. 20th. Me. Biggest menace. Jalen S. Best gamer. Me. Don. Best musical Jason. Julian. Cam. Jalen D.
In this hole, turn me up, I'm trying to fuck, point me to the sluts. What that nigga tuck me in this hole. I don't dance, but I know how to fuck. Throw that ass back, turn the real nigga up. Throw that ass back, turn the real nigga up. Throw that ass back, turn the real nigga up. I don't dance, but I know how to fuck. Throw that ass back, turn the real nigga up. Throw that ass back, turn the real nigga up. Throw that ass back, turn the real nigga up. I don't If your daddy ain't shit, clap your hands. If your daddy ain't shit, clap your hands. Yeah.
Man, listen. If y'all boys want to make some money, boy, girl, whatever it is, and y'all ain't trying to pay that damn $200 fee from Fence Made there, just hit me up, bro. Man, listen. If y'all boys want to make some money, boy, girl, whatever it is, and y'all ain't trying to pay that damn $200 fee. Man, listen. Man,
Turn me up. Dance, but I know.
sticky.